Hi there. We are going to talk about today how to convert between percentage and decimal. Meanwhile, I'm going to show you how you can do two different way. Okay, so you already learned from my previous lessons how we convert percentage into fraction and how we convert fractions into decimals. So let's give a go to check it. We know percentage sign means out of 100. So my 31% I can write it up as a fraction as 31 above 100. Okay, now if I was asking you to write it as a fraction only, you would check it if you could simplify it, if you could find a number which is factor of 31 and 100. But now my final answer has to be decimal. We learned about the place value table. If I put 31 over 100 into my place value table, it's going to be 31 hundredths, which I can write it up in the end as 0.31. Now I'll quickly show you here. Okay, so here is my place value table, here are the units, here is a decimal point, here are the tenths, which we know we can write it up as a fraction 1 over 10, here are my hundredths, which I know I can write it up as 1 over 100. Now if I'm going to put this number inside, 31 above 100 is going to be the last number, the last digit tells me what is my place value. So it's going to be in the hundreds. I have 31 hundredths, and I know I need to put the decimal point and the zero placeholder, so it's going to be 0.31 hundredths. So 31% is 0.31 hundredths. Let's see the next one, 38%. Again, we know percentage sign means out of 100, so I can write it up this as 38 above 100. Now, if I needed to give my answer as fraction only, I would go to check if I have a number which can be a factor of 38 and 100. Definitely 2, which makes 19 above 50. But I need to give my answer as a decimal, so actually I'm using this format of my fraction because I know I can put this into a place value table easily. So my last digit tells which place value I need to put, which is 100. So I put 8 here, 3 here, put a decimal point and the zero placeholder, which gives me 0.38. Now my question is to you, have a look at these numbers here. 31 becomes 0.31. 38 becomes 0.38. What happened here? I want to show you one little trick. Okay, so for this I'm going to draw for you a new place value table where I'm going to put this number 35. Now I know many of you know how you put it in, but just want to make sure you know the little trick. Okay, so I need tenths, I need units, I will need a decimal point, and I will put couple of decimal places. So this is 1/10, which is tenths, 100ths, and 1000ths. Okay, now if I put my number 35 into the place value table, is going to be here 35, and I don't need to do anything else, isn't it? Now if we work out with our method, we know 35 is 35 above 100. If I simplify, to go to the simplest form is 7 above 20, because 5 is a factor of 35 and 100 as well. Now I'm using obviously this one to put into the place value table, so the 5 is under the hundreds. Okay, so 5 is under the hundreds, which is supposed to be here. 3 goes here. I need to put the zero placeholder, the decimal point and the zero placeholder. So my answer is 0.35. Now let's have a look what happened. Okay, because we won't have time always to do all this long calculation. Have a look. So have a look. My 5 moved 1, 2 place value in my place value table. Let's see what happened with my 3. My 3 moved as well 1 and 2 place value in my place value table to the right side. So what happened here? I actually divided by the power of 10 and exactly 2 place value, which is 100. So I divided by 100. How do we know if we are right? Think about a little extra note. So we know percentage sign means out of 100. And we said out of sign, it means actually fraction line. So we can write it up out of 100. And we learned something else. We know the fraction line actually means divide. Fraction line means divide. So what did I do actually? I divided by 100. Okay, so let's see this one. 20, the next number. 20 divided by 100 is supposed to be, if we are correct, 0.20. 68% should be 0.68. 90% should be 0.90. 32.5% should be 0.325. 12.5 will be 0.125. 81.6 is going to be 0.816 recurring. Now, last question. If I have 120%, what do you think? What is going to be in decimal? 3, 2, 1. I'm sure all of you figure out it's going to be 1.20. Thank you for watching. Hope this helped you to find out how we convert percentage into decimal. And I hope I showed you a little trick which makes your life easier and your calculation quicker. Thank you for watching.